Hey guys, welcome back to Chanman's videos, and this week we are going to talk about Daban's uh, Astray Gold Frame Amatsu Mina custom, and it's supposed they call it their master grade. It is a very nice kit to look at. It's gorgeous with the shiny gold plated parts, two-tone of gold, and this one's actually more orange and gold, metallic orange. Glossy black finish. I added metallic red paint to just shine things up a little bit. This is a default metallic purple, a lighter shade here, and some darker shades. Not too much of the dark there, as well as on the faceplate. This kit took me about 3 weeks to build. It was a very frustrating build. At times I wanted to rage quit, but being so close to completing it, I kind of just fought my way through, and it was a struggle because I my comparison of Daban kits to Dragon Momoko kits is Dragon Momoko's kits are a lot better, a lot easier to build. This thing was really frustrating. There were a lot of tiny little pieces, which great for color separation, but not great for assembly. There are a lot of places where the gates, instead of putting gates on the side, it's right here on the top. So I have to do repair work and try to touch things up, which really dragged the process on. I'm gonna confess, after building this guy, I really don't want to build another gold plated kit for a long time, which kind of sucks because I have a couple of gold plated kits which I've purchased a while ago but never got to build, and this guy really ruined it for me. I don't want to build another kit for a while that's gold plated, only because of all the touch up work involved and how kind of the way you have to cut them off the sprues and stuff. So yeah, that kind of ruined it for me with this kit just because it was such a bad build experience. Having built everything now, I am very satisfied with its appearance. Like I've already said a couple times, it's a gorgeous looking kit. The visual shock and impact of this kit, it stands out beautifully. I built the frame itself and put them on a shelf for now while I built the weapons and accessories, and it was definitely a showstopper, a very eye-catching kit. I'm gonna just pull the camera back, and he's on the stand right now to tilt this down. Gorgeous stand, a lot of joints that you can move around. You can elevate the stand higher up, move it forward, so that's nice there. The stand connects to the back of his hip, and so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take it off here, and I'm going to throw him on the turntable and let you guys get a 360 view of him. Gonna pull it back. Articulation is not that great. The arms don't go up all the way. The head does not move backwards much, if at all. You can tilt the head down. It doesn't move out sideways very much. You can almost pull a 180 degree front and back split. Very limited side movement. Yeah, it's not super articulate, as well as it's got a lot of loose pieces inside here, which really annoyed me. I broke a couple pieces trying to assemble the arm because they were too tight. So by putting the gold plating on, you're gonna have to use every inch of your tips of your fingers and to cram things together, and that was quite painful. I gotta say, physically it hurt to put this kit together at points. I do really like how pointy everything is. There's nothing that's got safety nubs. This is definitely not a kit you want to build for kids or around kids. There are no safety nubs on this thing. It hurts if you get poked by it. But having said all that, all of those negative things, once it's assembled with decals applied and a little bit of touch up, well, actually a lot of touching up on the nub marks, this is a great kit to look at. And bottom line, I paid 40 bucks for it. Do I regret it? Do I have buyer's remorse? No, I don't. Would I buy another kit from Daban? I really don't think so. There's only one kit that I actually would consider buying, and that is the perfect grade uh, Astray red frame. And the only reason why I would consider buying it is it literally is going to cost me about $125 Canadian or $100 US to get a huge box shipped over from China. And versus buying one here is going to be over 300, close to $400 Canadian, because we have to pay our taxes here and everything like that. The import taxes and sales tax is going to roughly rocket up to about 400 bucks. And so that's the only reason why I would buy another Daban kit is for the perfect grade Astray. So now that this guy is, he's got great color separation. A lot of the black and red are completely separate pieces, so I didn't have to mask anything. But with the color separation, there also is question marks where I'm asking myself, man, if I could see the designer and ask him, why? Like, why are you making, for example, on this arm, this black part on the arm could have been two pieces, a top and a bottom, but instead this is one, two, three, I think it was six pieces here. And I kind of felt like, did you design this to have six pieces for the sake of having six pieces? Because there were pieces that were loose and would fall apart. There were little pieces here of the black that were so loose I had to glue it down because it just would not stay in. Some of these places here I mentioned earlier, they were so big it wouldn't fit together. And trying to force it in, I broke some pieces and had to glue it. So it was really frustrating. But at the same time, it's a third party. I know it's not going to be as good quality as Bandai. I'm just really disappointed it was not as great quality as the Dragon Momoko was. And again, when I see this guy up completely built, it's worth it because it's like, oh, all that pain. And you see the fruits of your labor. What you end up getting is a beautiful kit for display. Let's talk about the accessories. There are a lot of accessories and a lot of weapons and a lot of great decals that it came with. I'll first start with this claw weapon. Put the decals on, and like I was saying, nub marks are in bad places. And because this is such an odd color, you'd have to literally mix your own paints to try to match it. This folds up, I believe, and you can put this on the back of the arm. And yeah, here we go. Look at this perfect example. Horrendous nub marks here. Horrendous nub marks here. They could have put the nub marks or the gates on the inside where this is all concealed, but they chose to put it in key vital places. Earlier we're saying it's sharp, so if I can manage to get this out, look at those talons right there. Like, they're sharp. So I really like that, but I'm gonna have to shave those off. Got to shave them off with the blade, paint it silver, and then paint a clear yellow right over it and try to match it up. So that's just a lot of unnecessary work to make this kit look good. But that's the claw weapon. Comes with these, I'm going to just tilt the camera down. Comes with these two metallic purple swords, and these are decals that we've applied. These are great swords. They're again also pointy, and that says Amatsu. So it's engraved with Amatsu, and you can see the nub marks again. So yeah, it takes a lot of work. This spear shield has been panel lined, decals applied, goes under the arm, can be moved up and down, folded. I have to be careful because this definitely broke, and it actually broke right in here. So I have a pin inside, but the pin is too thin or sort of too narrow, so it is floppy. I have to figure out another repair option. Goes on the back of the arm, and you're gonna once again see nub marks in the worst places that need touch-up work. Nub mark, nub mark, nub mark. Just really crappy nub marks. So, but I like design. I like to open it and have it like this way as a shield, and it looks great with the decals applied. And lastly, weapon-wise, you do get this beam rifle with a removable sword, and there's engraving in there on both sides. Great design, and these do come out. These are very pointy. It's difficult getting them in and out, so I'll leave them in there, and it just holds it inside there. Comes with a lot of hands. It actually comes with enough pieces to make a second gold arm. So if you didn't notice before, his arms and shoulders are asymmetrical. It comes with all the pieces to build a complete second gold arm, which you can use if you don't want to have it asymmetrical. And with that, you also get a lot of hands, which are not used. You just get gold-plated left and right hands, gold-plated extra hands, and just plastic ones, which I painted silver. I also painted the knuckles to match. And so they look good when they're all painted. This one I just used champagne gold just to see what it would look like because it was matching gray hands. So you get a lot of hands. And I'm going to move all this aside so we can talk about this awesome backpack. It's a huge backpack. The wings are really nice. Sorry, I haven't finished cleaning up the panel lines. I was waiting for it to dry. And this thing is massive. I'm going to have to pull the camera back. This just plugs in the back here. And I applied the decals. They do move up and down, but one side is extremely tight and the other side is decent. This part here, no matter how hard I tried, I used different tools. I tried a vise. I could not get these to stay closed, and that's from the gold plating. It's just a little bit too big, so it doesn't fit. Right, this here was splitting open, and again I keep popping it in, but it keeps popping open. This plate here moves independently. This hook, I hope that I didn't snap something, does come out, and you've got a gold piece in there, and this moves around. I don't know what that does. This can come out, and they actually do have a wire which you can plug in so you can make a launching effect in your display. A very nice kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this backpack on, put him on the stand so you can get another look at him. Okay, so as feared, when putting the backpack on, everything fell apart, and that's mostly happens with the gold-plated pieces because the width of the extra gold plating, it's a little bit slippery and stuff. I wasn't able to get the pieces on. This thing is too loose, so it would just kind of be like this weird weapon. So I did not get to put him on in, but instead I used the claw. And as expected, the weight of the claw and the weight of this extra weapon. Okay, this one's not bad, but let me see if I move this slightly back. See, the joint inside is loose. There's not much you can do about it. I'll have to take it apart and probably put some clear nail polish on it, let it dry, and kind of hope it tightens it up. But it doesn't do very well. I'm gonna spin it around slowly, let you get a good look at that. And yeah, I mean, again, I cannot stop saying how great this visually looks, but again, is it really worth it? The 40 bucks. The end result, what I see, makes me go, yeah, it's worth 40 bucks. If you can deal with the stress and agony of putting this thing together. 3 weeks is what it took, and that was today. I still have to do touch up and extra work, which is probably going to take me another couple hours. Just one leg, it's an hour and a half to build one leg because so many tiny little pieces in there, and having to cut it properly, and trying to stand the proper places so they fit together. So literally hour and a half, hour and a half, hour and a half, hour and a half. This was easy to build. This was fast. This took a long time to build because things didn't fit together. So yeah, this was a big long job. I do not recommend it for builders. If you have a lot of time, if you like challenges, um, if you're one of those people who go, man, you know what, that kit is challenging because Chanman thinks it is. I'm gonna go and show him it's gonna be actually really easy to do it by all means. But if you're a new and a beginner novice guy, um, avoid this guy. Don't get him. I had to use. I'm lucky because I have so much materials. I needed special ABS plastic. I couldn't use my regular Tamiya, but I remember I had a bottle, so I was able to use this for repairs. The touch up and stuff like this. If you don't want those ugly num marks, you're gonna need silver paint. But not to just silver, you're gonna need clear paint. I used clear orange paint here to match the orange color. Um, if you have the supplies, by all means. If you don't, avoid this guy for now. Wait till it's even cheaper. Wait till you have more supplies. But if you're someone who builds a lot of kits and you have access to all those supplies, by all means, do it. Do I have buyer's remorse? No, because I'm really happy I have this thing to put on a shelf. I'm really glad I took the time to build it and finish it instead of rage quit, because this final product shows me, yes, you put the time, you put the effort in, you're going to get a great result. But man, it was frustrating. Comparing Daban to the Dragon Momoku Testament, the Dragon Momoku Testament is a far superior kit, way better build, no stress, beautiful end result as well. The instructions don't even tell you where to put decals. I spent good 45 minutes looking for different pictures of where I can put decals because it doesn't show you where to put them. There's nothing in the instructions. So yeah, I mean, you're hearing me vent a lot about how bad this is, and the only good thing is its appearance. Are all those bad things gonna be wiped out by the appearance? I'll let you guys be the judge of that, and make your decision. But I just say, if you're not equipped, if you don't have the experience, stay away. I'm okay with it. I don't have buyer's remorse. It was $40 US. I could not buy a real master grade for $40 US here, let alone one with all this gold plating. And I can't afford the metal build at $500. So this is gonna work for me. But yeah, I hope you guys consider some of those points and make a decision of whether or not you want to get this kit. I would love to hear some feedback if anyone has this kit or has built it. And yeah, right now I'm at 98 subscribers. I'm super excited. Two more for 100, and I'll buy a new camera. We'll have some fun with that. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't done so. If you're new to my channel, share my videos. I need all of your support to grow the channel. I do this just for fun, but being a bit of an adrenaline junkie, when I see so many people watch the videos, give me feedback, and subscribe, it motivates me to keep going. And I can also justify to my wife, see, people watch my videos. I can keep buying Gundam. I could buy Transformers. I could buy whatever. It's a great way to collect and share my collections, and I have fun doing so. So thanks so much for your support, for everyone that has subscribed already. And for those of you who have not, please do. I could use your support to grow the channel as well. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys real soon.